This is News 25 with Deanna O'Donnell. News 25, local news you can count on. News is brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law. Call 727-9900 today for your free consultation. If you need a lawyer, you need Nelson.
Welcome to News 25. I'm Deanna O'Donnell.
And I'm Stacy Jensen. It's Monday, October 11th.
Well, the man facing DUI charges in connection with a deadly crash earlier this year near Beatty escapes from a rehabilitation center outside of Las Vegas, but he wasn't on the run for long. Brad Francis reports.
33-year-old Tyler Kennedy is once again locked up inside the Nye County Detention Center. Around noon Saturday, Kennedy walked away from the West Care Harris Springs Ranch Rehabilitation Center, located in a remote area east of Mount Charleston. Kennedy is facing serious felony DUI charges for the death of 3 people in a crash on US 95 near Beatty in late March. He'd been incarcerated at the Nye County Detention Center awaiting trial, but had been authorized by the courts to attend the rehabilitation center. He was wearing an ankle monitoring bracelet while there. The Nye County Sheriff's Office says around noon Saturday, detention staff noticed Kennedy appeared to be going outside the authorized boundary of the ankle monitor. Officers were sent to West Care to retake Kennedy, but the Sheriff's Office says about the time they arrived, Kennedy left the facility, somehow cut off the ankle monitor, and fled into the mountains. NCSO officers, with assistance from several other agencies, searched for Kennedy into Sunday morning, but did not find him. But they didn't have to search much longer. Sunday evening, Kennedy returned to the rehabilitation facility. The Sheriff's Office says he was seeking refuge from the weather. Officers surrounded the area and Kennedy was taken into custody without incident. The Sheriff's Office says Kennedy will now be facing additional charges, including escape and malicious destruction of property in Clark County. Kennedy is set to appear in Tonopah District Court October 19th, when he's expected to be arraigned on the 5 felony DUI counts in connection with the deadly crash that killed 3 members of an Idaho family.
A wanted fugitive is under arrest after leading Nye County deputies on a high-speed pursuit into Las Vegas.
The Nye County Sheriff's Office says the incident started just after midnight Saturday night when deputies conducted a traffic stop in Pahrump. Officers soon discovered the driver of the Chrysler PT Cruiser was a wanted fugitive, but as they approached the vehicle to take him into custody, he sped off, leading deputies on a 49-mile high-speed pursuit into Las Vegas. The suspect eventually crashed into a fence and was taken into custody. A passenger was taken to a local hospital with what the Sheriff's Office describes as minor injuries. No deputies were hurt and no Sheriff's Office vehicles were damaged. The Nye County Sheriff's Office says it will release more details about this incident later today.
Well, as some of our viewers may be aware, there is a particularly disturbing crime that is working its way through the Nye County courts. We're talking about the murder case of Roy Jaggers, and during our chat with District Attorney Chris Arabia, he had some important developments to share. This is what he had to say. We should warn you that the details of this case may be difficult for some of our viewers to hear.
The murder trial of Roy Jaggers has been one of surprising revelations and unsettling allegations. Based on the evidence collected by law enforcement and presented in court by the DA's office, it is alleged that co-defendants Heather Pate, Brad Main, and Kevin Dent kidnapped, tortured, and subsequently murdered their victim, Roy Jaggers. The kidnapping took place in Las Vegas, and the co-defendants took part in transporting Jaggers back to Nye County, where the torture and murder occurred. This is what District Attorney Chris Arabia had to say about the preliminary hearing that has already taken place.
The one unusual thing, I've never heard of this in a big case, is that the Justice Court stopped the hearing and just said, you've done enough, you're good, and bound it up. I don't think that's going to cause any problems down the road, but it was unusual, so it was just something that concerned me. But my chief deputy was the main prosecutor in the hearing, and he did a really fantastic job. And so we will see what happens in the district court.
When asked if the death penalty would be recommended in this case, this is what the DA had to say.
Decision about the death penalty is something that we're going to take as much time as we need to, but we're going to make the right decision for the county and for the victim. The allegations here involve, torture, and so I just think that the truth will come out, and I have every confidence that if we end up going to trial, that we will make a case to a jury, and that they will, if we seek the death penalty, that's where the jury will come out. Now, obviously, that's up to them, but that's kind of how we see it.
What is clear is that this case will be in the courts for some time to come.
We here at News 25 had an opportunity to talk with District Attorney Chris Arabia about various cases working their way through the Nye County judicial system. Here is some of what the DA had to say about the animal abuse case against Gregory Krikorian.
Back in October of 2019, Greg Krikorian was sentenced on a charge of animal neglect and cruelty, resulting in a prison sentence of 12 to 30 months. According to testimony at trial, it was discovered that Krikorian's estranged wife was partially consumed by various animals that were inside the residence, located off of Pahrump Valley Boulevard. Krikorian said in court that he was to be responsible for the well-being of animals on the exterior of the property, and his wife would be responsible for the animals inside the house. Nye County Sheriff's Office deputies discovered that Krikorian's estranged spouse was found to be deceased for a few weeks after they were called out for a welfare check. But since Krikorian has been released from custody, he is now eligible to go back to the court and request that his conviction be reclassified as a gross misdemeanor, per the terms of his plea deal negotiated with the DA's office back in 2019.
Part of his plea deal, once he got out and the case was over, he did have the option to file a motion and ask the court to make it a gross misdemeanor, which was the case in this case. And the reason why we agreed to that was because he wasn't actively torturing or whatever, and so it was a little bit less egregious.
On September 29th, Gregory Krikorian and his attorney appeared before Judge Lane's courtroom to be heard on the motion to reclassify Krikorian's conviction to a gross misdemeanor. The motion was granted at that court hearing.
We have some crazy conditions out there. They're reporting different brownouts all over town, and that's because of all that dust that's in there. There is 2 accidents that just recently happened. We'll tell you about them right after the break.
You're watching News 25, the most recognized and farthest reaching local news in Nye County. News 25, local news you can count on.
Welcome back to News 25. Well, it's unclear at this point if low visibility in our weather had anything to do with these late afternoon accidents. The first one on Pahrump Valley Boulevard and Honeysuckle Street, as you can see that in this video, and there is very, very little chance of being able to see some of the cars driving around this area. We want you to be careful out there. Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue and Nye County Sheriff's Office deputies responded to this accident, and there was no injuries reported, luckily. The second one there on Money Street and Mans, and that one as well. During the storm this afternoon, Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue arrived on scene and checked out all occupants. Nye County Sheriff's Office deputies arrived on scene as well. Both of those vehicles sustained major damage. Luckily, once again, no one was transported to local medical facilities.
A man is wanted on an outstanding warrant that's on the run after fleeing from Pahrump Justice Court as officers tried to take him into custody Monday morning. Terrence Chess was inside the Pahrump Justice Court complex off Basin Avenue in Pahrump. Court bailiffs identified that he had a warrant for his arrest for eluding a battery. The sheriff's office says a bailiff tried to take him into custody. He fought with the officers and fled on foot into the parking lot. An officer pursued him, and the sheriff's office says Chess tried to run him over as he fled in a maroon SUV. In addition to the 2 warrants, Chess is now wanted for assault with a deadly weapon on a peace officer and resisting arrest. If you know the whereabouts of Chess, you are asked to contact the Nye County Sheriff's Office at 775-751-7000. You can also submit a tip via email to sheriff@co.nye.nv.us.
All right, well, for residents in Pahrump and Beatty, great news. If you're looking for a new location to place your bets in that looks like you just hit the jackpot, so to speak. For more on this, here's Matthew Davis.
Place your bets and get some tasty food while you're at it. At the most recent Board of County Commissioners meeting, the Nye County Licensing and Liquor Board approved gaming licenses for Best Bet Products Incorporated at their establishments located at the Grill Room in Pahrump and Roadhouse 95 in Beatty. It was reported by one of the applicants, Louis Spasado, there will be 15 video slot machines installed at each location. Installation of the slot machines are expected to be completed in the coming weeks.
We're presently in the middle of the install now. We hope to have that process completed in a couple of days. And with that, once my partner Sean gets back in town, He'll make sure that the pay tables on all the slot machines are accurately portrayed and that everything is obviously operational. So I'm just going to guesstimate probably by Monday we would hope to turn on. It's just my opinion.
If you're in the market for a new health care plan, the open enrollment period is just a few weeks away. Battle-born financial advisors Brent Levitt says there are a lot of options this year, and a lot of health care providers are working to recruit more doctors into their care network.
Hey, we got open enrollment coming up right now. We're going to be doing, starting in November 1st through January 15th, we have individual health insurance enrollment through Nevada Health Link. We have a new carrier coming to town. Aetna is bringing an HMO out to Pahrump. Unfortunately, there are no primary care doctors that are contracted on the plan out here. So it's bittersweet. We got a new carrier, but got to go to Vegas if you want to be on that plan. We have the same old carriers again from last year, Anthem, Health Plan of Nevada, Ambetter. They all have some new plans this year. Chance to look at it, look it up. With Medicare, we have another new carrier coming to town on Medicare. We have a new company called Alignment Health that's coming to town. Some great new products there. They work with P3 Medical Group here in town. And then we also have the same old great plans with United Healthcare, Humana, Anthem, Senior Care Plus.
So are they looking, all the insurance companies looking for other providers?
They have all the companies, like Intermountain Healthcare is really searching. They own a health plan called Select Health on both the under 65 and Medicare side. In fact, their Medicare plan just got the highest star rating of any health Medicare plan in the state. And they actually are recruiting a lot more doctors to be on the plan. They're working really hard to fill those needs. We have Fremont Medical here in town who's really trying to expand and take some of the weight off of some of the providers. They've gotten contracts in more places than I've ever seen before. We also have Dr. Eric's office, Pahrump Cardiology and Family Practice, who is really great on the Medicare space, working really hard to get more providers than ever before. So we have some really good things coming along here in this town.
For more information or help selecting the right healthcare plan, you can contact Battle-born Financial Advisor directly at 775-764-2252 in Pahrump. They're located at 2360 East Commercial Drive. Consultations are free.
Well, studies have shown weight loss or bariatric surgery can effectively help people lose weight and control type 2 diabetes compared to medical therapy alone. Now, a Cleveland Clinic study suggests people who've had bariatric surgery also report better physical health and quality of life 5 years later.
In addition to substantial and sustained weight loss and remarkable improvement in type 2 diabetes, after bariatric and metabolic surgery, these surgical procedures have added benefit, and that includes improvement in various aspects of quality of life, including less body pain, more energy, less fatigue, better physical health in surgical patients.
Dr. Ali Aminian and his team studied just over 100 people who had been part of the so-called STAMPEDE trial, a study comparing weight loss surgery with medical therapy to control obesity and type 2 diabetes. Researchers examined questionnaires which were given to participants annually over the course of 5 years. Results show long-term emotional health was not significantly different between the surgical and medical groups. However, people who had weight loss surgery reported greater physical health, less pain, more energy, and fewer negative effects of diabetes in daily life.
We found that significant weight loss and being independent of insulin in patients who used to be on insulin before surgery were the main predictors of improvement in quality of life metrics.
Complete results can be found in the Annals of Surgery.
All right, we'll be back with more News 25 right after this break.
You're watching News 25, brought to you by Mountain West Lawyer, Injury Attorneys, 727-9500. News 25, local news you can count on.
And welcome back. If you're thinking about adopting a new feline friend, you should visit one of our local shelters where dozens of cats and dogs are awaiting their new forever homes. For today's Save a Pet, we're back inside the cat room at Desert Haven Animal Society, and we there find Darbie O'Donnell and Trixie.
Hi, I'm Darbie here at Desert Haven Animal Society, and today we are joined with Trixie. Trixie is a 1-year-old female domestic short hair gray tabby. Beautiful kitty, beautiful gold eyes. She's still quite young, so this is an amazing time to go and adopt her because she will adjust very well to a new environment. Just a reminder, cats do need time to adjust. They are not quite like doggies. They need a place that they can go and retreat to if they get overwhelmed and overstimulated in the home, and you just need to go in and just allow them to explore their new area and just get comfortable on their own. If you want to come and see Trixie or any of her friends here at Desert Haven Animal Society, you can give them a call, 775-751-7020. You can look them up on their Facebook page at Desert Haven Animal Society. There's a special event happening at Desert Haven Animal Society on Saturday, October 16th from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. They're going to be having costume contests, photo opportunities, food, music, raffle tickets, and just lots and lots of fun. They're also going and having adoption fee discounts. So cats are only $10 for an adoption fee, and dogs are only going to be $40 for adoption fees. They also go and they're doing raffles, and they have raffle prizes. For you to get a raffle ticket, it is non-purchased. You have to go and bring in a donation. So if you bring in a can of dog food, that's a raffle ticket for you. They're asking for bleach, vinyl gloves, cat food, cat litter, non-clumping cat litter, tons of different things. You can get all the information on their Facebook page. If you're somebody who would like to donate a raffle prize, either a business or just an individual, you can go and contact Desert Haven Animal Society on their Facebook page at Desert Haven Animal Society, or you can give them a call, 775-751-7020.
You know, Trixie's such a fitting name, and we use the joke on occasion that Darbie's back inside the cat house instead of the cat room. And you like Trixie, huh?
I love Trixie. She's adorable.
You should adopt Trixie.
I have two, and one female, one male, and I don't think they'd be happy.
Really?
Nico and Lola.
Well, see, Lola would go with Trixie pretty well.
Maybe.
All right. So what was I say? Everybody's wondering who the heck you are. So this is Stacy Jensen, and she's here with us. She's going to be here for a couple days a week and co-anchoring with us. Stacy's not a stranger to news, though. Tell everybody a little bit about yourself. You've been doing news for quite a while.
I have. My experience is in broadcast journalism and up in northern Nevada from KRJC Radio that was up there, and did that for 17 years.
Can you
news
believe
and weather.
There you go. So we're so glad to have you with us.
you.
You know, we know you're a Seroptimist, which is so important, and we're super happy that you're helping out with a little bit of the sales and here on the desk, and we're trying to use you everywhere, but I want to just steal you for news, because thanks so much for being here. It's going to be a good ride, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun having you here with us. How are you liking it so far?
So far, lots of fun.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm enjoying it.
Thanks, Willie, for sending her over. Willie Bear sent you over.
That's right.
All right. Well, we are going to, we're just proud to have you here.
Well,
thanks so much.
Appreciate it.
News 25 Weather Cam is brought to you by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorney's Office in Pahrump. In a wreck, need a check? Call 702-877-1500.
Oh my gosh, Stacy, take a look outside.
That wind.
That's some crazy conditions
That is.
out there today. Nobody expected it to be this dusty, I don't think.
Well, no, and that visibility, like you said earlier.
Yep. We're going to find out more right after this break.
News 25 weather is brought to you by Dairy Council of Nevada. The splash of cream in your coffee, the dollop of sour cream on your burrito, the melted toasty cheese on your pizza. Undeniably delicious, undeniably dairy. Enjoy what's real.
Hi, good evening, Nevada. It's John Kohler from the KPVM Channel 25 Weather Studios. Lovely to see you. And you remember my prediction on Thursday we were going to have a cold snap, but nobody knew when? Hey, it's now. Look at this. 47 degrees up and Fernley, pretty much the theme all the way down to about Goldfield and freezing temperatures at night. It's snapping. How about that cold? All right, Beatty, you're looking at 63 degrees. Amargosa in Las Vegas, low 70s, not too bad. Out in Death Valley, the best time to visit really would be like right now. 80 degrees was its high today. Here in the dusky desert jewel in the Kingdom of Nide, Pahrump, of course, 58 degrees is our current temperature. 70 it was just a little bit earlier as the winds blew at us from the west and southwest. 27 mile per hour average gusts, so there was some significant 35, 40 mile an hour kind of gusted in there with the average. It was crazy. Humidity at 24%. Yeah, we had lots of clouds, a little kind of schmutzy weather out there today. Sun rose this morning at 6:47. It's setting this evening at a majestic 6:12 p.m. That'll look pretty good under those partly cloudy skies as the sun goes down. It'll be a good one tonight. Low tonight at 45 degrees as the winds shift and come at us from the north-northwest at 24 miles per hour. What's that going to do? It's going to blow out all those clouds. Look at this clear skies Tuesday through Saturday. Temperatures advancing from the mid-60s on up to about 80 degrees. Saturday, Sunday, it's going to be a nice weekend. Clouds returning a little bit on Sunday and Monday, but those temperatures not going to be backing off, or those clouds aren't going to be backing off with the temperatures. Yeah, it's staying about 80 degrees. It's going to be very nice. All right, things to look forward to. Back to the desk. Here's Deanna.
All right, got really chilly out there today, huh?
It's going to get chilly tonight.
Yep. Take care of yourselves. We'll see you back here tomorrow. Good night.
Good night.